Welcome to a brand new podcast, and this is the Oracle 19, and my name is Greatness. For any business inquiries, if you want to put your brand on this platform, if you want us to promote your business, you email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Same email if you want to make a free will offering to us. Again, that's evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Through our PayPal account. Definitely we could use your assistance. Send a donation and help promote and grow the business, especially if you like this content. Or you can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is www.evolutionoflondon.com. That's our baby shopping mall where we have a whole wide range of different products, and that's men's, kids, ladies' clothes, jewelry, cologne, perfume, house products, and much, much more. So that's evolutionoflondon.com. And also check out evolutionoflondon.org, O-R-G. There you'll find custom clothes, accessories, digital products for business as well as personal use. A lot of ebooks for you to learn, so check that out. And finally, evolutionoflondon.store, S-T-O-R-E. There you'll find lotions, soaps, clothes, more clothes, DVDs, games. So definitely support evolutionoflondon.store. We have different links to other affiliates. www.linktree.com/evolutionoflondon. Different links to other affiliates. We need your guys' support, so check that out as well. We have a Patreon channel in which we have videos that is not posted on YouTube. www.patreon.com/evolutionoflondon. There you'll find digital artwork and consulting services as well. That's www.patreon.com/evolutionoflondon. Rumble.com. You go to our platform there and type in the Oracle 19. There you'll find other shows there. So like, subscribe, and follow us on Rumble.com. And once you type in the Oracle 19. Check out the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, luxury candles, 100% soy wax, 12-ounce jars from scented to unscented candles. And now the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, vanilla, rose, peppermint, just to name a few. So if you want to place an order, you can email the company Royalty 9 International at gmail.com or the website www.royalty9international.com. And you can find them on social media, TikTok and Instagram. You just type in Royalty 9 International. Again, for your luxury candles. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube channel, you will see his other social media sites. So like, subscribe, and share to the Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And continue to train on YouTube, the Greatness 19 channel, as we approaching 550 videos for your everyday enjoyment. You will see different sections on different education and information on the Greatness 19 channel. So definitely, if you want to open up your third eye, subscribe to the Greatness 19 channel on YouTube, as well as Mr. Evolution of London. That's our health and wellness channel. So definitely like, subscribe, and share to Mr. Evolution of London, and check out the videos on health and wellness that can help your everyday life. DJ Panthro. DJ Panthro is an international DJ. So if you want to book for him to come to your venue, email him at djpanthro519@gmail.com. That's DJ Panthro, Panthro 519@gmail.com. And you can find him on social media, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, DJ Panthro 519. Seek and you shall find. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. If you want to book a consultation, email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. That's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. And support his merch, www.wjaaccessories.org, ORG for custom clothes, accessories, digital art, digital products such as ebooks you'll find, so for business as well as personal use. So that's www.wjaaccessories.org. Tutorsforyou.org. Tutors for You provides online tutoring for $5 an hour to children and adults. The telephone number is 813-743-3273. Real professionals on your behalf. That is tutorsforyou.org, a non-profit organization. Check out the company Cindy's Place. Cindy's Place for their custom clothes and accessories. Just go to Cindy's Place, and their website is www.cindysplace.org. Once again, that's www.cindysplace.org. Now the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Anchor.fm, now Spotify for podcasters, Spotify, Google, Apple, Amazon Music, just to name a few. So any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast. The Greatness 19 channel, and Mr. Evolution of London. Those two is on YouTube. Rumble.com. Just type in the Oracle 19 and the information will be there. And finally, www.oracle19radio.com. All right, well, as you know, as I always mention, I give my perspective in different topics. Definitely could be triggering, but it needs to be said, and I say it, and I shall. Today, racism is the reality. Yes, racism is the reality. And I mentioned about this on different shows. And it is what it is in this day and time. It will never go away. And you will find this all through social media. I mean, it's like every year, every month, daily, weekly, somewhere on this planet Earth, you'll find racial profiling against black people. And it is what it is. And prime example, just recently, a black man was shot by the police in France. And now is an uproar, is burning of properties and so forth. in France. So this, and we know, and that's in Europe, okay? In the United States, and okay, let's give different examples. We see, I gave you an example of France. And Canada, freaking da. In Toronto, just a couple weeks back, downtown Toronto, club night. You know, usually Friday nights, Saturday nights, even Sunday nights, people out and about. Well, it was this young white woman, white trash, walking around saying the N-word. All my Torontonians know about that because I've been on social media. Just walking around screaming the N-word. Just walking and saying it. Screaming and saying it. And it was a black woman that punched her in the jaw, as she should. And she's throwing her cell phone on the ground and saying the N-word just randomly. And try to charge a black store and just cause chaos. They locked the door before she got in. But the point I'm making is racism is the reality. No matter where you live. I gave you France. I gave you Canada. It's supposed to be liberal and nice. But you have a lot of white folks here that's nice but nasty and have those same talking points. I know this as fact. And a lot of you black Canadians could attest to that. It's not that nice and sweet in Canada. Just the only difference is with the white supremacists in Canada versus the white supremacists in the US is the white supremacists will kick you with no smile on their face, where the white supremacists in Canada will kick you with a smile. I say it again. The only difference with the white supremacists in the US and Canada, and I include Europe because Europe and Canada have the same type of talking points, a lot of the European nations. So I include them with Canada mindset. The white supremacists in the US of A will kick you with no smile on the face when it comes to black people and racism, where the white supremacists in Canada and the European nations will kick you with a smile. So what's the difference? What say you? So Canada is not innocent and pure as is made up to be. They just do it with a smile. And there's been much, much more cases in terms of racism in Canada. I mean, this is not, am I lying? Go and Google it. I mean, the beautiful thing is you can go on social media and type it in and it will pull up. So this is not like hidden information. This is what it is. And then there's a case in Florida. We know that a white woman deleted a woman dealing with the black woman's children. You can easily Google that story. There's so many stories coming in every day, every week. It's what it is. It's what it is. It is what it is. You can't run away from it. And look, As far as you other races, you say the Asians and the Indians, the racism that you get is not the same level of racism as black people have to go through. It's not comparable. You know it as well as I know it. You might want it to equate, but it's not on the same level in terms of the racism. Because you're not rated. See, just this is the fact that is out here that is not even talked about. In terms of racism, just to show you, and this is indirectly, black people know this. You are rated a savage within society. Now, I mentioned this several times. Where, prime example, if just in case you other races might seem confused and not sure, and I mentioned this other case, but let's go over this. Let's say, for example, you have 3 people. 3 people. All 3 people are males. Same age, same height, coming from same middle class environment, but you don't know about it. Let's say black man was a lawyer or is a lawyer, Asian man is a lawyer, Indian man is a lawyer. Same background, same, brought up the same way, in terms of status, but you don't know about it. Let's say as a white man or Indian man or an Asian man, and you have 3 men standing in front of you, and you had to pick 2 out of 3 of them that you felt was smart, intelligent, who will you pick? I'm going to repeat that again. Let's say you was a white man, an Asian man, an Indian man, and you seen in front of you 3 people, 3 males, same age, they all have the same age, same height, dressing all the same, conservative or casual, nothing crazy. And you randomly had a question was point out to you, out of those 3 men, the 2 out of 3, which 2 out of 3 that you think is smart? And you will pick the Asian and Indian man all day. And if you don't think that you a liar, I'm going to say it, you a goddamn liar. Because that's the reality. And you're going to say, well, I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't take that because I love all people. My next door neighbor is black. My next door neighbor is colored. I mean, black. He's a black. You can't even say black man. He's a black. He's a black. That is a reality. You might say it's not right, but within your brethren of the white community or the Asian community or the Indian community will pick out of those 3 men, Asian, Indian, and that black man will be rated as dumb, indirectly or directly. And now I even will flip it on you. Out of an Asian man, an Indian man, and a black man, who would you rate as a criminal? The end. I don't have to go anymore. Let's drop the mic right there. And you will say black man all day. And your worst criminals could easily be the Asian and Indian. Don't you know in back home in their countries, they got drug dealers, big time drug dealers in China, big time mafia people in Asia, causing havoc all over the world. They got thieves. Their ghettos in Asia is far worse. They living in shacks. Just watch. It's a website, not a website, but it's on YouTube. Vice News, VICE, Vice News, and it tells you about people how they live. Even India, you got drug dealers and mafia and stuff. The worst of worst, far worse than what you would see with black people in America. But black people, black men is rated as savage. So racism is the reality. And you couldn't tell me different. You, as an individual Asian man or Indian man or white woman, might not think so. But your countrymen, your brethren, think so. And they believe it in their hearts of hearts. Why? Because they watch CNN and they show you in the cities the degeneracy of the few black people that is in the cities near you. Again, if you think a majority of black people is degenerate, that means 1 out of 2, if you're going by numbers, 1 out of 2 black men is going to either rob you. That means me or someone else, randomly, you in trouble, you're going to get robbed. And that's stupid. But this is perception. Racism is the reality. Now, you will say how to solve it. Now, you black folks, it's not about proving yourself to anyone. I'm not here personally to prove myself to a white man or any other person that I'm a good guy. I do what I have to do. I'm a man. This is what it is. You're going to respect me or I'm not going to respect you. Case point. This is why I can't trust other races as a whole, white supremacists or white supremacist suspects or wannabe white supremacists. Because your Asians and Indians, a lot of them want to be down with the white supremacists as well. So I don't trust white supremacy. Why would I trust you? Now, as an individual, I'm not talking about you as an individual white person, Asian person, Indian person, or any other sub-race of people. I'm not talking about you that you get along with black folks. I'm not talking about you. I'm cool with you. But I'm talking about your brethren, your group. Your race of people is not cool with me. So how could I be cool with them? And this is where a lot of black people get twisted and talk about the love. I don't love you. Why would I love you? I don't know you. Why would I love you and you don't love me? So you get that same energy. But see, other races don't like that when black men. I'm focused on black men because, see, the black woman is... The leader is the black men, and the men of the community are the leaders. You cut off the head, and the body will follow. This is why they're not worrying about black women out here. The target is black men. But a lot of people won't really get that or understand where I'm coming from when you're dealing with systematic white supremacy. They're not worrying about the woman. They feel they already conquered the woman when the black man is down. And we're not even going to go back with slavery and stuff like that because that's already there and established. I'm giving you information now. That's why I gave you examples about racism in 3 different countries. Recent. This is not like years ago. Recent. Days, weeks. That's it. And when you listen to the show maybe months and years from now, you're going to have more racial profiling, more killing. You don't think not? You think it's going to end after this show? The only way it will end is when the world is blown up and the power of white supremacy is being taken away and put in the real hands of the kings of the planet Earth. But as long as white supremacy is still going on, it's not going to change nothing. What you black men need to do, we, like I said, position ourselves in a way, I believe in protection. I believe in protection. And I'm not that forgiving where if you do something to my family, I'm going to be marching and singing. I'm not that forgiving. I think a price will have to be paid one way or the other. Something will have to give, and I'll put it like this. Something will have to give, and something will give. The same type of energy you give me is the same type of energy you will get back, one way or the other. And I'm not going to tell you what I would do or would not do, because then why would I say this on a platform where it's worldwide? But I just put it like this, and you can read between the language or read however you want to read. Something will have to give, and it will give. If you're dealing with me, it will give. It just have to be. No matter how long it will take, something will have to give. It's not going to be marching. I promise you that. I am not in the mood to be walking and getting my and hurting my feet and using my voice and singing. You can bank that ain't going to happen. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm not even on that level. Something will have to give, and it will give. And you will know about it. One way or the other. This is the mindset I think a black man needs to do. Only then respect is given. Only then you know what it is. When you find out that if you, like again, when you as a man, when you deal with two men, and let's say that one man A is doing something to man B, man A needs to know that there's repercussions that can follow with that. That's how war will reside and stop, I should say, will stop. Because when you fear as a man that you're doing something to a person and a retaliation will be coming. You know that's a serious threat. It's not a promise. It's not a threat, but it's not only a threat, I should say, but a promise. And you need to know that. Everything should have a promissory note to back that up. You do something to me, there's a promise. There's a promissory note that will be coming. 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. As long as I'm living, there's a promissory note that I must give you in the name of your God. So this is what I think black men need to face, this reality. This is the reality of the world that we live in. We don't see other races don't feel there will be a promissory note delivered to them. They feel that black men especially will just turn around and forget, sing and dance, and that'll be it. And we'll forget. Not enough promissory notes to be delivered. See, when you're dealing with war, when you're dealing with a warmonger, a savage, a degenerate within systematic white supremacy. Systematic white supremacy is degeneracy, savage behavior, warmongers, Satan in the flesh. That is systematic white supremacy. And there's many ways in the art of war. Read the book, The Art of War. There's many ways to defeat your opponent. You got to know who he is. And when you know who he is, there's many ways to cripple him, to defeat him. Anybody could be defeated. Keep that in mind. Racism is the reality. Anybody could be defeated. But you have to know the playing field where you reside. You got to know the environment. You got to know how many people is surrounding you. You got to know the laws that is in your circumference. You got to find out who is the allies, who is not the allies. You got to find out within your own race who's the snitches. Because again, this is war. It is war. So racism is the reality. Once you understand the playing field where you reside, then you get an idea and draw a game plan, a conscious game plan. That because you're going to war for a long time, this is not going to be a short war. This is a long war. And you have to move with great caution when you're dealing with racism. Because you know you're behind enemy lines. It is called North America. European nations. So you know as a black man, and I'm honing in on black men, you all by yourself, for the most part. So why you think throughout history they had what they call guerrilla warfare? Guerrilla warfare where people fought with sticks and stones and whatever and dealing with the enemy who have hardcore weapons. And I'm not saying attack like that. So I'm not on that level per se saying, oh, you know, attack government and all of that stuff. Far from that. I'm not even on it. I'm not even that, so you can scratch that out of your mind. To fight could be the power of your pen. The pen could do amazing things. Don't think it's just outright grabbing up a weapon per se. No, I'm not saying that. The power of the pen is very powerful, but it depends how you write and who you write to gather allies. The power of the pen is great. But this is part of the art of war. I'm just using that as an example of many things when you're dealing with the art of war. Because racism is a reality. So this is what it is. You have to know the playing field. This is the racism. You always, as a black man, going to be labeled. Okay, so you know you labeled as scum. How can you move? One thing you can is, which is very, very, very important to you black men, is make a conscious effort to get your life together. Get your mind right. Get your physical right. Get your health right. Get your economics right. Because part of this is war planning. Believe it or not, war planning. Knowing how to defend yourself well. War planning. This is part of it. Don't think it's not. This is all part of it. Knowing the law where you reside. This is part of it. You get stopped by the police and you be like, I know my rights. And F you. You can't touch me. Because that's not lawful. They're going to say, oh yeah, I touched you. Now what? It's 2 against 1 and you by yourself. Nobody is around. You cannot touch me. I know my rights. Officer could touch you and say, yeah, I just touched you. Now what? Now what? And then you're going to what? Yell like a little baby? You can't touch me. You can't touch me. You can't touch me. I know my rights. You can't touch me. You sound like a little girl. Run around here doing back flips, front flips, you know, throwing your hands up in the air and talk about, you touch me, you touch me, you touch me. I'm never so appalled. You touch me, you touch me, you touch me. Yeah, he just touched you. Now what? You running around here like a big old baby. I can't believe you. I can't believe you touched me. You touched me. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I pay my taxes. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. You touched me. Stop touching me. Matter of fact, he smacks you over the head. Shut up, You hit me in the head. I'm gonna talk to my lawyer. I'm talking to my lawyer. I'm gonna give him my cell phone. He grabs your phone and throw it in the bushes. Shut up! I said shut up! Now you're stumbling, backtracking, whining, mumbo jumbo. What are you gonna do? You're in enemy lines right now. He just stopped you. 2 officers, white supremacists. What are you going to do? He touched you, smacked you in the head, told you to shut up, took your phone, threw it in the bushes. What are you going to do? And you talk about, I got rights. I'm going to contact the NAACP. I'm going to call Reverend Al, Jesse Jackson. I know my rights. Meanwhile, 2-on-1. You got to worry about surviving the next hour. Doing all that whining. You in enemy lines. When they got you, shut up, give them your name, Let them cuff you because that's where it's going down. All talks is over. Do what you gotta do. Go to central booking, get your fingerprint. You on bail, see the judge the next month. Now you're going to battle. That's what it is. All of that talk about I know my rights. I'm a taxpayer. I work every day. I work hard. I got a family. White supremacists don't care about that. He's harassing you because he feels you're a savage and he can do that. No respect for you. Stop whining about it. This is part of the art of war. You in war, when you're captured by your enemy, you give your rank, serial number, that's it. In translation, give your name, and that's it. And that's it. And not squirm and roll on the ground and whining and complaining and crying. There's nothing you can do. You're in enemy lines. This is war. That's the mindset you need to be in because racism is the reality. And this is what you're supposed to be teaching you black women, your sons. But, you know, we know that issue. You training them to be emotional. You training them to be not disciplined. So they grow up to be undisciplined, chaotic, whiners. This is what we really need to get in our brain. This is the reality. This is what you really need to look at and stop looking at things is going to change or we got to be passive, we got to be quiet. It's a time and place for everything. But it's definitely not the time to just get quiet and just say, well, you know, I got to just deal with that and it is what it is and nothing I could do, and I just got to do what I got to do and just, no. That's a defeat mindset. In life, there's loopholes to everything. It might not be as fast that you want it to be. And in war can be very methodical, very slow pace. And it's not about singing, dancing, and having little parades and talking about we shall overcome. That's not going to help nothing. Nothing. That was good for the 60s because that was brand new situation. And it was needed back then. Because in war, you needed a crowd. The white supremacists wasn't used to a crowd. So that was effective. They didn't know what black people was doing within the crowd. So that was different. But you can't, that's nothing, that's trash right now in this day and time to be singing and walking. That's trash. Because white supremacists know the outcome. Once you sing and march on a Saturday, it's all over Sunday and Monday and there and after. So you got to think strategically, strategize. I'd rather have a strong 2 individuals than a weak 100. Why you think white supremacists, when they come after a black man, they bring in the whole police department, basically, for one individual black man? We know countless, we from the city, a lot of you guys, we know what it is in the city. Traffic stops, walking the street, pull over in the car, they come to your house. We know the deal, black men. When they come after you is multiple cars. Unspoken words. Because they know you powerful. Not physically per se, but mentally when you on your A game, black man. This is what it is. So racism is the reality. You got to know part of war, and I mentioned this before earlier, but I say it now. Part of war is you got to know the playing field where you reside. What do I mean? I go even more detail. You in the exclusive black neighborhood, and the white supremacists come in that neighborhood, you have a better chance to even more raise that white supremacist out of your neighborhood physically because you're surrounded by your own. Stronger possibility. But let's say you live in the suburbs where it's dominated by white supremacists. You can't go out if white supremacists coming to you in the streets. You're not going to get help from the white supremacists to vouch for you for the most part. So you know you're on your own. So what you need to do, let's say on a basic local level, if you come into a white supremacist is coming to you to do physical harm, and everything is in milliseconds, so you can't get to certain things, but you might have to protect yourself. One, if you have your camera phone on you, or you could video an incident before it comes to you, and then defend yourself. Sometimes you might not even have time to even get to that because people come to you quick. So you might have to defend yourself, and of course you might not get protection by that community, but this is part of war, because in reality you will be arrested first before that white supremacist. So when you go to court, your power of the pen got to be on point. And that's still not going to guarantee you justice. But the power of the pen is, since the community, that white supremacist community, don't want to back you up, your power of the pen, as I mentioned previously, got to be noted where you got to put it out to the world and give exposure how the degenerate behavior of that white supremacist and the community is reacting and causing you harm. It's part of the art of war. So you have to go beyond the scope of dealing with that community. You have to expose the whole area. And one thing white supremacists don't want is exposure within their community. And you got to go for the throat. International. Even though it could be on a local level, you thinking international. I'm going to put this out here for the whole world to see. This is one way. There's many ways to that because it's a case-by-case situation. Racism is the reality. See, you have to think outside of the box. Now, people are going to say, oh, that takes time. I don't feel like doing that. You have to do that to protect your freedom. Because this is what it is. You using your sticks and stones is the power of the pen. And reaching out to people on an international level that can reach out and help you in your situation. One way. But again, there's many levels to this. because again, it's a case-by-case situation. One case is not going to be applicable to the next. Depends on the situation. But know that racism is the reality. And don't try to fake it. A lot of black folks try to fake it. It's not, and everything is good, and you could just work hard, and that's it, and nothing could happen to you. No, that's when you're getting comfortable like that. That's when everything could happen to you. Ask Tiger Woods, Bill Cosby, Kobe, R.I.P., and all the other black men that had to go through things and how things been brought up years, decades later. So guess what? Racism is a reality. Like it or don't. So black men got to go through things far worse than other races. Don't let other races dupe you thinking, their race, their situation is in comparison to you. Because no, it's not. Because they not rated on the lowest of low within society. You, black man, is rated lowest of low. The gum on the ground have more value than you in terms of systematic white supremacy. Fact. A dog is treated better within systematic white supremacy than you, black men. Fact. Other races is considered more intelligent and so forth over you, black man. Fact. And then what systematic white supremacy will do is put all of these so-called statistics. We do this, we hit this, we commit so much crime, we did just the worst of worst. So the way they will put it, we have no value. And in reality, they feel that we have no value. Just dancing and singing, that's it. Matter of fact, they even take that away now because they have white entertainers now. White athletes now. So they trying to take away your whole soul. You have no value with them now. The Industrial Revolution back in the early 1900s is over because modern technology, AI, can handle all of that. So they don't need you. And they always say, well, go back to Africa. You go back to Africa, but you following us. You there. If you say, let's say, for example, systematic white supremacy say, go back, all you black folks, go from the islands, wherever, you all go back to Africa. Well, does it mean that white people that is there stealing the wealth from the taking the resources from Africa, does it mean they leave too? So all the white people that's in Africa right now got homes, making millions of dollars, selling gold all over, taking gold from the African continent and selling it and throughout the world. Does it mean if we all black folks go back to Africa? Okay, cool. Does it mean you white folks can leave Africa? Would you be leaving Africa? Would your businesses leave Africa? Would you go back to Europe? And to even be more blunt and more detailed, okay, if everybody, you say black people got to go back to Africa, cool. We go back to Africa, but does it mean you go back to Europe? And to put it even more deeper, the natives, because you have black men and women with black skin that is indigenous people on the land of North America. So do they stay and you go? Is the White House going to be auctioned off back to the natives, which is black folks, and also your red Indians, your true red Indians? Does it mean they stay also? They stay in Americas and you go? No, of course not. That's not the reality. Racism is the reality. What they will say is we still stay in America, because we got our business there. Because never mind them taking the land from the natives. No, this is our land. anyway, because we here. So I ain't going to give my business up, and I'm still going to be raping the resources from the American continent and the African continent because I'm white and I say so. But you black folks, you all can go back to Africa, but I won't go back to Europe. I stay here in North America because I said so. This is the hypocrisy within systematic white supremacy. So racism is the reality. You cannot deny that. See, white supremacists, they only want to set up their laws, they make it up as it goes along. But you gotta follow their laws to the T. But their laws, they can change up whenever they feel like it, because I'm white and I say so. My middle finger is to you right now. That's how I feel. See, this is the reality. This is the reality of life. And see, we as black people got to know this is the reality. You don't think this is going to change by love. You can't love someone that have perfect hate for you. I don't know where you black folks get thinking love. Even your Jesus went to war, was preparing the war within the Bible. Read your Bible. Even your prophets got down and was willing to fight for their cause. Read your Bible. So why you should be all this lovey-dovey, take the L? Why you should be the one that got to take the L? Why you should be the one that got to take the L all the time for systematic white supremacy? Why? Why? You got to be the one that take the L, but they could change the rules because I'm white and I'm say so. F you. It's not going down. Not with me. Maybe you, black folks. Maybe you about love. Maybe you. How you gonna love someone that have perfect hate for you? That's retarded. Straight retarded. You run around having love for a person that got perfect hate for you. But yet and still, if it's your own, you know how to hate your own. You know how to get violent with your own. But you run around talking about love. You're an idiot. That's why a lot of you getting kicked in the behind all day, every day. And you're going to keep on getting kicked in the behind all day, every day. You are a new fool, a young fool, and then you're an old fool. That's on you. That is on you. Oh, wow. Life. Black people better get it together. You better get it together. You better have an understanding about this systematic white supremacy. This is worldwide. In the town, in the city, in the province, in the state, near you. Country near you. And I just named off 3 countries. U.S., Canada, and France. You don't think it's anywhere else? Racism is the reality and will never go away. Because until the rightful people is put in position. But it's not going to go away with you just sitting down and talk about love. It's not going to go away by you just rolling over and playing dead. It's not going to go away by you just saying, just let's get along, and that's it, while you being clubbed over the head and deleted every which way. Whether it's you, black man, your black woman, your children, is getting abused verbally or physically every day throughout the whole world. Some black person is getting profiled every day or every week or every month, certainly every year within the region of this stinking planet Earth. But you want to love. That's why you a fool. When you know and you come to grips about the playing field where you reside, then you understand this is what it is. That systematic white supremacy will never go away. It will be what it is. And systematic white supremacy can come at you with a smile on your face, on their face. They could come at you with a smile on their face. It could be your next door neighbor. It could be your teacher. It could be the doctor, the nurse, the lawyer, any professional. It could be a person within government. It could be your so-called friend that is a white supremacist, low-key, and just say, all the wonderful things. But when truth of the matter, when they bring out their truth, they show you who they are. A white supremacist could be your husband, could be your wife that you married to for 20 years. I've seen things with my own eyes. Has a white supremacist woman got black children, and as quickly as can throw the N-word, like drinking water. But you got black children. You procreate with a black man. So what that tells you? And how many of these white men have these fetishes, this slave master slave mentality when it's with their black woman? I know it's getting sensitive, getting a little hot under the collar with this conversation. So racism is the reality. People can show you who they are when topics is being brought up, or when that white supremacist is so-called suspected white supremacist is mad at you. But it's your friend though. And watch them say the N-word like drinking water. So, my question for me to you, black folks, can you trust? Do you trust? Can you love? Are you in love? And as long as you don't look at the reality, or reality was what's in front of you, black man, black woman, you always will lose. You always will lose. All day, every day, you will lose. That's how it goes. This is the game that is out here. And this is why 2/3 of you black folks worldwide are losing mentally. Because you believe in white supremacy. You bathe in white supremacy. You live and trust white supremacy. You are married to a white supremacist. You have children by a white supremacist. So you get what you put in. You live in a community that you praise and trust white supremacy. You get what you put in. So, is racism a reality? Most definitely. So subscribe to the channel, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London. That's our health and wellness channel. And also follow the Oracle 19 podcast, pass the information worldwide. And until the next time, stay strong and know thyself. Thank you for listening.